Hey there, viewers! You don't own a cat, the cat owns you. These cute, sassy creatures are the perfect pet to return home to at the end of a long day at work. Their gentle meows and happy purrs fill up the entire house. Wondering if there are any scientific benefits of having a pet cat? In today's video, we're going to talk about just this: the 10 scientific benefits of being a cat owner. Are cats good for the environment? Does keeping a pet cat have anything to do with your intellectuality? We'll be talking about all of these and more. Number 1, better for the environment. I know this sounds a little weird, but it is true. For those of you who don't want to add to the carbon footprint of the environment, having a cat is the best option. This is certainly true when compared to having a dog. In one study, it was found that the carbon footprint required to feed a dog for its entire lifetime is the same of that of a land cruiser. Essentially, it's like taking care of a fuel-guzzling sports utility vehicle. Cats, on the other hand, eat far less than a dog. Also, cats generally prefer fish over beef-flavored products or corn-flavored ones. If we're going to keep the car comparisons going, cats have an eco-footprint similar to that of a small hatchback. What's your cat's favorite food? Which is their favorite flavor, fish or beef? What's the most adorable thing they've done while begging for a treat? Share your funny cat stories with the Bestie community in the comments below. Number 2, they'll help you cope. When you lose a close friend or loved one, it can be very painful to deal with the aftermath. To help you with the situation, get a pet. It's one of the best things you can do. In this specific situation, a cat is a much better companion than a dog. Dogs are usually seen as the better companions, but this doesn't mean felines have no compassion. Cats can help their owners get over pain and loss. They can serve as a social support during difficult times. When you lose someone, it helps to talk it out. It's better to do so with a pet that does not respond. Cats obviously don't judge the way humans do. Number 3, find a significant other. If you're a guy and you're single, getting a cat is a great way to find your significant other. In a British poll conducted by Bristol University, it was found that more than 80% of women who responded were more attracted to men with animals. Of course, this could mean both dogs and cats. Now, most people would think dogs are the better choice for helping you date, as they're so humble. However, as much as 90% of single women said that guys with cats are far nicer. When you're on a dating app, identifying yourself as a cat owner can get you a lot more matches. As long as you remember that getting a cat is for life and not just until you find your partner. Also, when you do get a partner, do not forget to shower your cat with attention. They still need love. Number 4, smart owners. That's right, people who own cats are often more intelligent than other kinds of pet owners. In the same study by Bristol University, it was seen that nearly 50% of families with a cat were likely to have at least one person with a college degree. With dogs, it was found that only about 40% of families could say the same. In another study, 600 students were surveyed. This one also found that people with cats were more intelligent. While it doesn't necessarily mean a cat will make you smarter, successful people working longer hours tend to have a cat rather than a dog. A feline seems to require less attention. Looking for answers on all the latest health and wellness news? Hit that subscribe button and join our millions of followers. Stay up to date on all of our great Bestie content. Number 5, healthier heart. We're often given exercise and diet tips as a way to strengthen our hearts. Who knew owning a pet could have the same effect? The presence of several different animals can be good for your heart's health. Sounds crazy, right? This is especially true in the case of cats, as they tend to lower your stress levels. This is because you don't have to put as much effort into taking care of felines as you do with dogs. Petting a cat can also lower your stress levels. A study was conducted over a period of 10 years among cat owners and non-cat owners. The results showed that cat owners have a 30% lower chance of a heart attack or stroke rather than non-cat owners. Before we move ahead, here's another video you might like. Owning a dog has its own benefits as well. Here's a video on foods you should avoid feeding your dog at all costs. Now back to our list of 10 scientific benefits of being a cat owner. Number 6, cats fulfill the need for companionship. As we mentioned a minute ago, dogs are not always the better companions. This is a stereotype you shouldn't take too seriously and something you should never say in front of a cat. If anything, cats are at least as good as dogs when it comes to companionship, especially in the case of women. Some experts say that having a cat in your home is equal to having a romantic partner. In the emotional sense, that is. Cats are the ones who tend to initiate contact. At the same time, cats also remember the kindness you showed towards them. They'll even return the favor. Number 7. They tell you a lot about your personality. The kind of pet you have is also an indication of your personality. For instance, people who have dogs tend to be more outgoing. They're often the center of attention at parties. Cat owners, on the other hand, tend to be more introverted. Even at parties, they prefer to be quieter and let others take the center stage. But that's not a bad thing. In fact, cat owners tend to be more trustworthy compared to other pet owners. They also tend to trust other people a lot more. When it comes to manipulation, cat owners exhibit fewer traits in this area. Cat owners are also more modest than others. Number 8. You'll sleep better. Research shows that people, especially women who have cats, prefer to sleep with their felines rather than their partner. More importantly, people with cats sleep a lot better when they're in bed with their felines compared to when they're in bed with their partner. In one study, 41% of subjects said they slept better because of their pets. Only 20% said they had disturbed sleep when they slept in the same bed as their animal. Number 9. Fewer allergies. Many people tend to not have a pet for the fear of allergies. But if you have a child on the way, one of the best things you can do is get a cat. One study showed that babies less than a year old have a smaller chance of developing an allergy. This is not just restricted to pet allergies either. Exposure to cats early in a child's life can also make them resistant to allergies such as dust mites and grass. Of course, there is the risk of catching a cat parasite, but as long as you clean their litter box every day, you shouldn't have any issues with this. You'll also avoid other parasites if you keep your cat indoors. Doing so will help you and your child remain allergy-free. Number 10. They can save your life. It's a stereotype that cats don't care about their humans. This comes from their behavior as well as the way cats are characterized in entertainment. Cats do care about you. In fact, there have been many examples over the years of cats saving lives. For instance, one cat warned its human when he was about to suffer an epileptic seizure. Another cat woke up both its human owners when there was a gas leak in the house. If not for these cats, these humans may have died. In fact, a firefighter at the gas leak house told the owners their home would have exploded if the cat had not intervened. Interested in knowing more about cats? Well, whether you're getting a cat or already have one, you need to know about foods that are extremely dangerous to their health. There are also some human foods that are good for cats. Here's what you need to know. Watch 11 foods that can kill your cat. You can also try our video on 11 human foods your cat can eat. Go ahead, click one, or better yet, watch both and learn more about cats and their health. Do you have a cat? Are you planning on getting one? Let us know in the comments below.